Hey y'all, my name is Sarah and welcome to my channel. Hi everyone. So today I want to talk a little bit about an issue that I've been mulling over and contemplating the past several weeks. And that is this idea of being an art supply collector rather than an artist. There's a crazy rainstorm going on, so I'm sorry you're gonna be able to hear it. Just consider it atmospheric. So there is this feeling for me that when I see someone making amazing art on YouTube or Instagram, I want to know what materials they're using and I want to go buy them, because I feel like if I had those materials, maybe I could make art like them. But I think we've all heard the saying, any good artist can make art out of any material or something like that. And I think recently I have been trying to resist that temptation of buying everything I see. So that has kind of led me to create this series called Use What You Got. So I have plenty of art materials. There is no lack of art materials in my art studio. You can see back here, there's plenty. I have plenty of watercolors, I have plenty of acrylic inks, I have all kinds of paints, I have neocolors, I have all kinds of paper. So there's no reason that I couldn't make good art with the materials that I have. I think I expect purchasing to create inspiration, and that's just not how it works. Purchasing just spends money, and that material sits there until you choose to explore it and use it. So my goal with this series is simply that, to explore and consider the materials that I already have, see how I can use them, combine them, see how I can be an artist, not just be a collector. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a collector. Please don't misunderstand me. But for me, my financial situation doesn't lend itself very well to being a collector. It's not that I don't have any money. I have a good job, I have decent pay, I'm totally comfortable, but I just find myself more and more thinking, where did that money go this month? Oh, well, I bought this paint and this paper and this notebook, and did I use any of them? Maybe. And you know, there are some cases where I'm not going on a no-buy. There are certainly cases where I may either run out of something that I need to replace, or I see something that I genuinely don't have and I know how I could use it and I buy it. That's totally fine. I'm not a hardcore no-buy person. I'm not in a hardcore no-buy zone. I just want to make a better effort at using the materials that I have. So my recent purchasing urge has been a sunshine yellow Leuchtturm 1917 planner. So at the moment, what Leuchtturm has out is the 2021-2022 18-month planners. There are some websites that are selling the 2022 yellow planner. I did manage to find one, and I could have bought it, wouldn't have been a big deal. But I was just sitting there thinking to myself, I have all these notebooks. I could draw out the planner layout that I want. And I don't even know if the Leuchtturm layout is the one that I want. I mean, I've been through 3 different planners in the past year, so who knows? If I decide that what I've made isn't meeting my needs for whatever reason, if the bleed through is irritating me, or if it's not the right size, I will absolutely go and buy the thing that I think will meet my needs. But I do want to make an attempt at using the stuff that I've got here. I mean, I've got so many notebooks. I have planners that are still in date, so I just want to make an effort to try to use those. I know Moleskine makes one. There are a lot of companies that make them, but the Leuchtturm one in particular has all the features that I'm looking for as far as having a page for tracking. It has a really nice design. I prefer the font on the Leuchtturm, and I think the paper is better according to reviews that I've seen. So that is why I had chosen the Leuchtturm. However, as I've been contemplating purchasing that planner over the past few days, it has not escaped my notice that I do have several notebooks, one of which is yellow, that could potentially be made into a planner that is very much like the Leuchtturm, but hand-drawn. So I decided to try this, but with some very specific rules. They're not rules, but some very specific requirements. The first is that I wanted it to be very, very neat, and I didn't want it to be a different color for every week. I wanted the lines that I was creating for the planner to sort of recede, because using the multicolored pens in my original hand-drawn planner was distracting, and I felt it looked messy and unprofessional to a certain extent. Now, I don't mind a planner looking unprofessional, but for me, I wanted the structure to look professional. And then if I choose to fill it out unprofessionally, that's my choice. But I want a professional structure. So what I've done is take this Stalogy 365 notebook, which is yellow. The paper is not Tomoe River paper. It's similar, but I think it's whiter. It does ghost a little bit more than the Tomoe River, and it definitely bleeds a little bit worse for certain things. So that might be an issue. But what I've done is take this Stalogy 365 and draw in the Leuchtturm planner layout for the rest of this year. I've made it very muted. It's all gray tones. This is a gray Winsor & Newton fine liner. So I will show you. And I used a gray Faber-Castell Pitt pen. And the yellow is a Crayola Super Tip. So basically, I have created my own planner in an effort to use what I've got around the house. I created a weight and exercise tracker on the front page. And overall, as far as the layout goes, I'm happy with it. It has tons of pages in the back for note-taking, journaling, whatever. this could be my planner for, this would be good for like 2 or 3 years. So I do think I'll probably get bored of this notebook before then, or it'll get trashed before then, like it'll get dirty and gross. But for now, I'm gonna give this a shot. I've also, I have made a back pocket for it to stick my stickers and stuff in, but it is currently drying. Apparently super glue doesn't stick to USPS Tyvek envelopes. I didn't know that, so I'm trying to find an adhesive that works, or trying to get the super glue to stick. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the process of making this notebook. I'm sorry I have talked for so long. I am oddly passionate about my planner, apparently. So anyway, I hope that this is informative or perhaps inspirational to you to try making your own planner instead of going out and buying one. And if you do something interesting for your planner needs, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you do. If you have any suggestions for alternatives to Leuchtturm, please don't suggest Moleskine. I don't like them. But if you have other alternatives that are like the Leuchtturm, I'd love to hear about it. Leave me a comment down below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy these little adventures in creating my planner, and I will see you in the next Use What You Got video. Bye. I will show you my little notebook. So these are some sort of antique book plates that we found. So I've just stuck one of those in. It kind of warped the paper, but I'm hoping it'll flatten out over time. So here is my tracker page. So it's got the day of the week on the left, or the day of the month on the left, and then the months go across the top. And I can extend this across the next several pages if I do end up continuing to use this book. But I just wanted to try it through December for now. And I'm using the gray Pitt pen. This is kind of my go-to standard header highlighter for this book. So you can see the gray is kind of, September and November don't have the 31st day of the month, so that's why those are gray. And so I can do my workout and running tracking alongside my weight for that day of the week. So I thought that would be convenient. And if I want to put notes or track something else at some point, I have some space down here to do that. And this is the start of the weekly layouts. So you can see I've got my days of the week for my to-do lists over here. And then I've got a totally blank page for notes. I think you can probably see what I was talking about with the ghosting. It's not terrible, and probably once I start to use it, I won't even notice it, but just looking at it right now, I can totally notice it, and it's bothering me. So I don't know if that's something that I will get over or not, but if I do get over it, I'll keep using the book. If I don't, I'll get a different one. And I've highlighted holidays with my yellow super tip. I'm really enjoying the kind of yellow and gray muted situation, so I'll probably keep doing that. So yeah, I've done all of the days up through the end of December. So you can see here I've got some holidays marked. So yeah, this is my planner. I will revisit this maybe on another day once I've used it for a while and see how I feel about it. But for now, I'm ready to start using it as of Monday. So I just wanted to update you. I used this Recollections tape roller, and I did manage to get my envelope assembled, my pocket assembled and stuck in the back of my book, which is awesome. We got some little Totoro Post-its and some stickers, just some small things to stick in there. And I kind of feel like I should make a flap for this, but we'll see how it does for now. It might be okay. Okay, so you know those little zippy pin pouches that you can put on your notebooks, like it's got elastic and there's like a tiny little zippy pouch that sits on the front of your notebook? I want one of those, but this is Use What You Got, episode 1. So I happen to have a whole bunch of leftover Tyvek mailing envelope. I'm not sure what happened there, but I didn't finish explaining what I was doing, so I'll use the voiceover to do that. Basically, I decided to use the Tyvek and some materials I already had sitting around, the elastic and the zipper, to make my own zipper pouch that goes around the outside of my planner. So this is just the process of me making that. I'm actually really happy with the results. The Tyvek is very strong, theoretically stronger than regular cotton fabric from what I can tell. I think the pouch looks super cute and it's very unique, very one of a kind, and I like that about it. So yeah, I can definitely recommend using USPS mailing envelopes for your Tyvek needs.